had loo roll, and while he was seated, in came a tiger into the empty cubicle, and he realised his mistake all too late. So Foster took some paper, reached under the cubicle with a rescue offering, and as Tiger went to take it, Foster uttered the words, "Europe, 1 up." As it happened, Europe did go on to win. Fast forward 10 years to the miraculous Medina, when, after a gruelling Saturday, Rory McIlroy overslept on the Sunday and was in danger of missing his tee time. Thankfully for him, the person booking player transport was Erica Stoll. She sorted him a police escort to the course. 3 years later, McIlroy proposed in Paris. The next story is told by Scottish legend Sam Torrance about the great Seve, who apparently despised the Americans mainly because of a diminutive US reporter who kept calling him Steve.
Hey, my name is Severiano or Seve. It's no Steve, it's no Steve. Next day, Steve.
Torrance also tells of how Seve regularly gave coaching clinics to his European teammates, but a week later at the Italian Open, when the same players asked for advice, Seve would tell them to and see you next year. Having started with a Billy Foster story, let's finish with one from the 12th tee at Oakland Hills in 2004. It was Jimenez and Garcia against Westwood and Clark in a practice round, and as they finished, Foster decided to jump in the buggy and speed away with all their clubs, only to lose control entirely and tumble onto the course and see it careering towards the spectators. Thankfully, the Red Sea parted and the buggy smashed into a tree, with viewers and clubs still intact.
Hello there, good morning. You're listening to Talksport Early Breakfast. It's me, Shebahn. We're building up to Talksport Breakfast. Back at 6 o'clock this morning with the one, the only Alan Brazil alongside his best mate Ray Parlour. They've got a good show on the way for you. It's Alan's last show, everyone, before Cheltenham Festival. He has to take a pre-Cheltenham break, and it's in his contract. Here's Nick with what's coming up in our show. Good morning.
Morning, Shebahn. Yeah, we'll start at Selhurst Park, where Palace got past Zrinski. We'll hear from a wistful Martin O'Neill after what might be his last European outing. We'll get to know a little bit more about Gabby Agbonlahor this morning, and with the Killers confirmed for the Champions League final, we're asking, do we need it? Can't we just kick balls into a washing machine? Or who would be the best Champions League warm-up act? Get involved on the usual number 03717223344 or WhatsApp or text on 81089.
Oh, who would you go with? No, wait, let me guess. Next Champions League warm-up act. You're going for, maybe you had a little bit of the Killers.
No, mate, I'd like something like Slayer or something like that.
Who?
Slayer?
Buffy? The Vampire Slayer?
No, the thrash metal band.
Right, no. See, that's where you've absolutely lost me. That's your taxi outside.
Yeah?
Not Slayer. You need something a bit more commercial, right?
I know. I like it when they get fans to like just try and kick a ball into a washing machine, or have you ever seen that clip where you have to they got to kick it and it's got to end on the centre spot to win, to win a. In the Champions League, they got money. They could have a big prize. What's wrong with that? That's the best kind of pre-game.
I think we could find a way to do both of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Killers are the warm-up to Champions League, maybe something even bigger at half-time, like kicking a ball into a washing machine.
Personally, I don't think the football needs a warm-up act.
Oh, you're such a man of the football, people.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Well, it's not. I quite like a little bit of music when I'm at a football game.
A live
but
show.
People hate it.
It's a distraction.
This will backfire big time.
No, why not?
This is why women shouldn't be in football. Because you like music.
It's got nothing to do with our sex. I just think, if I had to choose, who would be? You'd need a good, a proper European. Who's a good European act?
Well, actually, the Killers are pretty good because they've got some tunes. Mr. Brightside, building up to the Champions League final.
Get the Americans involved in this. It's got nothing to do with them.
Remember poor Camilla Cabello? Remember when she did it? Was that about 4 years ago? She did the Champions League and they booed her.
Robbie Williams did the Russian World Cup, didn't he?
Did he now?
In 2018.
Well, I'm into that. I think if you're like a show person and you've got some tunes, stick them on. Camilla Cabello's not like...
Dua Lipa, come on, there you go.
Up for that.
Half Albanian, half English.
There you go.
Straddles the continent.
You'd like that.
I wouldn't mind it.
There you go.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so it's all about the right
back
guest. Yes. Who would be your dream guest for the Champions League warm-up? It's looking like it's going to be the Killers. But you can let us know your thoughts this morning, 8, 10, 89. Nick and I have already had our first fallout at 5 minutes. All 9 English sides are through to the last 16 of the European competitions. Palace cruised through. Forest stumbled over the line. But for Celtic, we just had too much to do on the night.
Adamu picks the ball up 15 yards from goal, slips it into the box, and I don't believe it, Celtic are in front, and it's Luke McCowan in 30 seconds. What a start for Celtic.
There's so many positives to take from it. They got the result, clean sheet. Sela for me has to start. I think he's been outstanding. You know, the saves, the decisions, knows exactly how to dominate and command that back four in front of him as well.
Queued up around about the penalty spot. Walter puts his right arm in the air and then whips it a dangerous delivery to the far post, and it's headed home by Maxence Lacroix, and Crystal Palace have the breakthrough goal. Here's Brennan Johnson at the other end. Forward he goes. Guessand with the opportunity into the bottom corner, and Evan Guessand has fired Crystal Palace into the last 16.
Down the right-hand side, 2 against 2. Sharif plays it in low. Actor-Koglu must score, and he does score. And Fenerbahce are back in the tie. There's a nervousness in the Forest crowd, I think, at the moment. Kerem Actor-Koglu steps up right-footed and scores. Actor-Koglu's second, and Fenerbahce are on the comeback trail. This is what makes two-legged European football just feel amazing, because Forest are still going through as it stands, but all the momentum with Fenerbahce. Aherne, dead ball line, drills in the cross, Hudson-Odoi at the back post, took it down neatly, left-footed shot, is in! Nottingham Forest have control back! Callum Hudson-Odoi!
Okay, a decent night there for Palace. Palace fans, you'll be feeling pleased with that, despite all that's going on at the moment. It was Maxence Lacroix who opened the scoring with the header. Evan Guessand made it 2-0 in added time. Ryan Yates also dislocated his finger. You can check out more on that on our website, talksport.com, if you fancy a reading to make yourself shudder at that this morning. Oliver Glasner hopes Crystal Palace's last 16 in the Conference League is the next step on a long journey in Europe. Just imagine he goes on to win the FA Cup, the Community Shield and the Conference League in a space of about 6-7 months. That would be absolutely, my math's terrible. Yeah, about 8 months. That would be absolutely incredible. They're 10 points clear of the Premier League's bottom 3 also. Talksport's Ian Abrahams, the Moose, as the goal scorer. Maxence Lacroix, how much Palace are focusing on Europe this season?
I think like every single competition, we have to play the Premier League and the Conference League. We will give in 100% because this is our job. And this is why we are paid, huh? We have to play.
A word on the fans? I thought they were brilliant tonight.
Yeah, like always, I want to say. Yeah, they are unbelievable. We have a really good relationship. And it's easier when you play with them.
And last one, how relieved are you as well for the manager? Because it's great that he's got 2 wins back-to-back at home, got you through in this competition, and now, you know, there'll be a lot of pressure, less pressure on him.
Yeah, I think, like we know, he's a big gaffer, he's a big coach, so he proved it. He won 2 trophies in 2 years, so yeah, I think he had the ability to give us everything to win. We showed it before, and now we are back on it.
There you go. Speaking with the Moose last night, that's Maxence Lacroix. We were saying in the office, what a name. What's your name? Maxence Lacroix. Okay. Right, fine. Moving on to Nottingham Forest, made it a nervy night at the City Ground. I mean, really had everyone wondering if they could do the job that they'd done the week before. It ended up 3-0 over Fenerbahce. They went 2-0 down before Callum Hudson-Odoi scored late on to make it 4-2 to Forest on aggregate. Forest boss Vitor Pereira made 4 changes at half-time.
It's difficult for a manager to do 4 subs. It's like I'm not I'm not you and you and you and you, and it's not about one player. It's not about. I was not disappointed with one player. I was feeling that I need to do something to face the second half. And we start the second half conceding a penalty, the second goal.
I wonder, Forest fans, if you agreed with the decisions that Vitor Pereira had made there at half-time to make 4 changes, but having listened to Leanne Sanderson, who was watching the game for Talksport, it sounded like they were under a little bit of pressure. So he had to go through, he had to get the job done, and that is why he had made those decisions to make 4 subs at half-time. Moving on, by the way, to Celtic, we knew that they had a mountain to climb, going away to Germany last night to face Stuttgart, 4-1 down from the first, 4-1 down on the first leg, weren't they? And Martin O'Neill, 4-0 down from the first leg. Martin O'Neill's final ever game in the European competition. We do wonder that. He was asked if he'll miss all of it.
Of course. Yeah, I've been given a chance here. By the way, that in the evening has absolutely and utterly nothing to do with me. You know, it really isn't. Of course I miss it, absolutely. I miss it. I'll miss it until they're putting a brown lid on top of me. I miss the game. I've always missed it, and here I'm in many aspects in sort of dreamland, really. Just to be given the opportunity to manage the side here and come, as you said, the first win for the club in German soil, which is nice. That's bittersweet in that sense because the tie was tough for us because of last week. But overall, I'm getting back to it. Yeah, I miss football, and always will.
Oh, Martin O'Neill there. I always think he does such a good press conference, and it does feel like it will be the end of him this season at the club, and I seriously don't blame him for that. It's as he would say, it's a younger man's game. Martin O'Neill's 73 years old and has been brilliant to come back twice this season. I doubted myself earlier on. We were 4-1 down from the first leg. We won last night away in Germany, the first win on German soil, lost 4-2 on aggregate. But one thing I will say was a really solid performance from Celtic, gives us that confidence going into the Old Firm this weekend. It looked like a much more positive performance in Sela in goal. I think a lot of Celtic fans are feeling that he has to start at the Old Firm this weekend. Kasper Schmeichel's struggling, isn't he? He's having a tough old time at the moment. So Sela coming in, I think he did a good job last night to keep a clean sheet. Moving on, it's in the papers today that the Killers are confirmed for the Champions League final.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because
I'm into it. I like the music, I like the old warm-up tunes and stuff like that, but a lot of football fans are not into it. They don't want that at the football, otherwise they would go to the Killers concert, right? 03717 223344. I can see the phone lines lighting up this morning. A very good morning to Chris, the Ipswich fan. Good morning, Chris. Are you happy or angry about the Killers at the Champions League final?
Good morning, guys. Hope you're well.
Good morning.
No, I'm never a fan of these warm-up acts or half-time shows or anything. It's too American, too commercialised. You've got a DJ up there in the box that batters out tunes and deafens you with the speakers and stuff. You don't need it. You want the fans to be anticipate and talk about the game beforehand. They don't want somebody blaring in your ears some songs that you've heard 20 years ago.
Not even Mr. Brightside?
No, even Mr. Brightside.
Oh, come on, Chris.
No, sorry.
Lighten up.
As much as I like the Killers, as much as I like the Killers, no, just music before the game should be left to the DJ to whip up the crowd. And I think as a warm-up act, me personally, I would have Piers Morgan narrating his life story.
Oh my God! Make me want to rip my ears off and eat them.
Into a frenzy, wouldn't it?
Oh, Chris. I love it. Listen, thank you so much for calling this morning. We do appreciate you all the same. So many people just agree with Chris. They do not want music at the football. I mean, even Chelsea are pulling their hair out right now with Chelsea Dagger when there's a goal at Stamford Bridge. They don't even want that. 03717 2233 8 10 89. Is music spoiling football? Oh Lord, come on, let's just lighten up, people. Remember, it's Friday. The Killers. I'm so up for that. You can let us know your thoughts. 8, 10, 89. Don't forget Alan Brazil back here at 6 o'clock this morning with Ray Parlour. I'm sure he'll be giving his thoughts on that. You're listening to Early Breakfast. On the way next, Nick is here with today's back pages, and we'll get to know a lot more about a very special guest. Good morning.
Simon, it's reported Frank Warren of Queensbury is engaged in a legal battle with the companies Sela and TKO, headed up by Turki Al Sheikh and Dana White. They are fronting Zuffa Boxing. What's all this about? Mr. Warren's company, Queensbury, is claiming that Sela and TKO breached contracts they'd signed with them and went behind his back to form a venture, Zuffa, that aims to dominate boxing. The Telegraph understands this morning that Queensbury will seek up to $1 billion compensation for income the company claims it would have made had the contracts been honoured. Frank suing Turki and Al Sheikh and Dana White. Turki Al Sheikh and Dana White. It seems it's all getting a bit nasty, isn't it? And those who were once friends are very much no longer friends.
Well, I mean, they fling writs around like confetti in this space at times, don't they? But I mean, it's kind of in this territory of where I suggested it might be at some point, which is that the Saudis will have their own lifespan, their own attitude towards the boxing industry, and eventually not have the necessity to deal with the Eddie Hearns and Frank Warrens of the world if their ultimate aim is to conquer demand and diminish the sport that they're in by being the sole force in it. Now, Frank either has a contract with them. First of all, he was the person that opened the door. Let's not forget that prior to this relationship that's now in the world of boxing in terms of the Saudis being so influential, in 2023, Frank was the gatekeeper, was the intellectual capital behind...
Good morning. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. It's Early Sports Breakfast here on Talksport with me, Shebahn. What was Wednesday like? I know everybody's probably already mentioned it, but I was doing the school run with a jacket off. The kids come running out with no jumpers on them. It was warm. It felt like we were crossing that line into spring, and then boom! Smacked in the face with some sort of stormy blizzard the next day. Classic British weather. We're building up to Talksport Breakfast, 6 o'clock this morning. Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour are here. Some of your headlines. We're hearing Jesse Lingard is in advanced talks with Corinthians in Brazil, where he could reunite with his former Man United teammate Memphis Depay. In Rugby League's Super League, Wigan made it 3 wins from 3 at the start of the new season, thrashing rivals Lee 54-0. Whoa. And a major overhaul of English Rugby Union's top flight is expected to be confirmed by the RFU today. Promotion and relegation to the Prem would be scrapped, with a division expanding from 10 to 12 teams by 2030. For more information, jump onto our website, talksport.com. Come along and watch us on the smart TV. If you're at home, you can turn us on and watch everything from the studio this morning. And you can also watch us on the YouTube channel as well. And it's time now for this.
Knowing me, knowing you, there is nothing we can do. Knowing me, knowing you.
Where's the Aherne version, Nick? I get you the sax, son. There's an actual knowing me, knowing you, Aherne. Whoever that is, this week probably the strongest man in the Talksport office. He's a big guy, you know. He's a big guy. I gave him a hug the other day and he had these big old traps. I went, Gabby Agbonh Lahore, what have you been doing? He went, don't you worry about me. Hey. Gabby Agbonh Lahore is our special guest today on Knowing Me, Knowing You. We started off by asking him, as ever, his Uber rating.
So it is a very good rating of 4.64. I'm sure that's a great rating. If it's out of 5, I know some people have got 1.64. To get 4.64, very happy with it. Thank you.
Yeah, Gabby, that's absolutely fine. But behind Simon Jordan, Ali McCoist, myself, Kate Shanahan, he's second from bottom. He's in the relegation zone. Chris Evans, of course, never used it. Chris Evans back on Virgin Radio breakfast from 6:30 this morning with a big Friday special. Next up for our Gabby, which sporting clip makes him most emotional?
Do you know what? What I have to say, there is loads, but the one that stood out for me was when we lost to Italy in the final of the Euros. Luckily, I was there in the stand, and I was actually one of the last fans to leave their seats. I was watching the Italians celebrating, thinking, like, just feeling sad for the players that missed the penalties, and also, like, the whole country, because it was one that we thought we were going to get over the line. You really felt this is it. Like, we should be winning the Euros. We had a great team. We went 1-0 up, and yeah, that one stands out for me.
He can do no more than the rest of us than turn and watch. 19 years old, Bukayo Saka step up and take huge responsibility on his young shoulders. Saka has to score. It's saved by Donnarumma, and it's Italy who are the champions of Europe. Penalties prove to be the dagger in English hearts once more.
It takes a lot of, cojones, I've said the right word, to take a penalty, because I wouldn't have wanted to take one in that moment. I'd have been like, not me. And we've seen so many big finals. We've seen the African Nations Cup recently where top players haven't taken penalties. They let defenders come and take them first because they don't want the bad press that comes with missing a penalty. So anyone who takes a penalty needs like a pat on the back, because it's courage, even if you miss.
19. Bukayo Saka was 19 watching that penalty shootout. That's crazy. I can't believe he was that young. I mean, I remember him being young, but I can't believe he was that young. God, that was some night watching that. That was absolutely crazy. And then obviously there was all the hate afterwards towards Saka and the others who missed the penalties as well. That's what makes Gabby a little bit emotional. Next question, when we're talking about the Killers, they're going to warm up to the Champions League final. Where is it again? Where's the final again? Budapest? It is Budapest. Is it? No, it's Budapest, isn't it? It's Budapest. Lisbon? We'll find out and we'll let you know. But we know the Killers are going to be there. I'm pretty sure it's Budapest. Anyway, next question. Who headlines your dream festival? Both the alternative stage and the main stage, Gabby Agbonh.
I do love hip-hop and R&B. I like house as well. But you know what? I'm going to go Michael Jackson. I'm going to go Jackson 5, and then Michael Jackson, obviously, afterwards, he left Jackson 5. Like, some of the songs that they had, legendary songs, and you still hear them now from Michael Jackson. So he'd be the main one. I think it'd be unbelievable. Probably next one, I'll probably be Drake or Chris Brown, but I'll probably go Drake. He was my childhood, my 20s, similar age to Drake as well. Superstar, the songs that he had, the music that I was into, especially in my times of the party holidays in Vegas and Miami and LA as a footballer. Drake was the main man, and some of his songs have been outstanding.
Not sure, Gabs, if that's going to be a win for all football fans, but fairness is your festival, Gabby Agbonh Lahore. We also asked him what song he'd like to see Drake open the show with.
The best I ever had. I actually, funny story about that, when that song come out, I remember putting it on my social media or on my WhatsApp or wherever it was, I put it on there. I remember my girlfriend at the time saying, "Who's the best you've ever had?" I've gone, "It's a Drake song, chill." And she's gone, "Okay, I'll let you off."
A lot of girls be thinking my songs are about them, but this is not to get confused. This one's for you. Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything.
I'm not sure, Gabs. That's the one you would open with. What about that? I'm not the man. You don't get it, do you? Go uptown, New York City. I'd love that. Then I would be at your concert. Gabby Agbonlahor on Knowing Me, Knowing You. Don't forget, he's back on Talksport Breakfast today. Sorry, Talksport mid-morning today from 10 o'clock with Sam Matterface and Alex Crook teaching them all about Drake, I am sure. And that's all. Until next week, Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Knowing me, knowing you. There is nothing.
A very good morning to Carl in Margate. He says, forget about a band at the Champions League final. Just let some squirrels loose. That's more entertaining. Is it, Carl? Is it really? Darren says Shebahn deserves a red card. No need for a warm-up act. We don't need to copy the Americans with everything. But if you do get someone, AC/DC, you see. So everyone's got somebody who they would end up getting to. Julie and Queen playing We Are the Champions. Yeah, that's always good. That's, to be fair, that would be a good shout as well. You can let us know your thoughts on this Champions League final. Who would be your dream warm-up? It looks like it's going to be the Killers in Budapest this season. Nick is back for a quick look at today's back pages.
Yeah, do you ever fancy a bit of Prem Flicks and chill?
Yeah, okay.
Premier League bosses.
I do that kind of, that is my evening, except it's not on Netflix.
Yeah,
I
of
just
course.
watched it, and then I don't, sorry, that sounds, yeah, continue.
No, well, listen. This has been in the pipeline for a long time, right? But the Premier League boss, Richard Masters, has confirmed they're looking at, they're launching a direct-to-viewer streaming platform.
Yes.
So this cuts out the middleman, really. So instead of the Premier League selling their rights to all the different TV companies around the world, Sky here and all the rest of it, they're just going to go straight to the consumer with their own platform. They're launching it in Singapore with this broadcaster Star Hub. And if it all goes well, they're going to roll it out to other countries and then eventually, obviously, here as well. And this could mean loads more TV money for the Premier League. And then, I mean, ideally, hopefully, they might then start passing a bit more money down to the EFL, because that is also a big story at the moment. I don't know if you've seen the new Premier League independent football regulator, David Cogan. He's been talking about potentially relegation being a death sentence for English clubs because of cliff edges between divisions. They've been talking about trying to hammer out how much money the Premier League is going to pass down to the EFL clubs in this deal. David Cogan, the new regulator, saying the current system bakes in risk. Multiple clubs throughout the pyramid have told us they would not be able to survive a month if their owners stopped funding. So a couple of questions here. One, would you pay for this Premier League service, Premflix, or whatever they decide to call it? Yeah. How many subscriptions have you got? Like, I've got a couple. I don't pay for them all, but
got them all.
It's crazy how much you have to shell out.
Yeah, and this is another thing to add to it.
Well, yeah, is it? But then would you then maybe stop your Sky subscription, for example, if you? But
surely Sky would still have their rights also.
Well,
it depends who you're watching it on.
The Premier League could make it, if they wanted to, they could just make it, only for them. So you'd have to get this new.
Well, then I would get it.
Then you'd get all the games
Simply
plus
you would get it, yeah.
a load of extra content on there.
Don't get me wrong, like I love Netflix. I really love it. It was the kind
Do you? I think Netflix is a bit overrated.
I think I like the kind of take on sport that it's got now.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think that's doing pretty well for it.
I watch more on YouTube, I reckon, these days than Netflix. Amazon's all right as well, actually. I've got Amazon.
Amazon, yeah. Disney. I love Disney Plus.
Disney's good. I don't have that one. HBO's got good TV, but I don't have that either. No, I don't have Apple.
Apple's unreal.
It's too much money.
Apple's unreal, honestly. But yeah, you're right. When I see the bill at the end of the month, I'm like, oh, let's just chuck that in at the back of the drawer there.
On the subject of spending, very quickly, Chelsea, £355 million loss is English record and worst in Europe. This is 24-25 season. And Chelsea's wage bill is the sixth highest in Europe, 390 million a season.
Sixth highest?
They've also got the most expensive squad ever assembled in history, £1.5 billion. And what have they got to show for it?
That's gone well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Going really well.
There's also a warning from the players' chief that they're playing too many games. Basically, Cole Palmer hasn't had a summer off for three seasons.
Wow.
So there are concerns over his physical and mental well-being.
That was a look at today's back pages. Nick, thank you very much. It's early breakfast here on Talksport. Coming up next, we'll preview the Premier League title run coming up this weekend and get into the front pages as well. Good morning.
been chatting in the office earlier. We're discussing Arsenal, how they've embraced the dark arts under Arteta, time wasting, being annoying to play against. Bit of housery. We wanted to know whether you're a fan of the way Arsenal go about their business. Here's Cundy's take on Arsenal's housery and dark arts from last season.
And also, they're Arsenal. And what have they done in the last 20 years? Seriously? How can they be taking that battle there? Quieten yourselves down. You're a good side, really good team, and showed that the weekend. You're probably going to be second again.
Yeah.
When you win something, then you can shout from the houses. Then you can start doing all this housery. Then it's built on nothing other than, it comes from Arteta. He loves to promote, and it's fine. Arsenal fans would love it, and I totally get it. I watched Chelsea under Jose, right? Jose won things. Jose won Premier League. Back-to-back Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
He was there. You earn the right.
Yeah.
You earn the right. And right now, Arsenal haven't earned the right to be doing that sort of housery.
What's your take on that, Jace? Because I know you've got a different opinion now.
Well, Arsenal are earning the right. Anyone that's ever listened to me over the years, I've got no problem with players housery, diving, conning the ref, going down injured, all of that, right? I've got no...
The kit man. One of the most important cogs in the football. They're unloading kit from the training ground, medical bags, anything else a player or a coach may need between their arrival and full time. Once things are in full swing, they actually help with the warm-up too. When the whistle goes and the match kicks off, it's the one time a kit man can put his feet up. At full time, if they're at home, it's easy. All the kit goes in the washing machines, dries and is ready for use within the next 24 hours. Away from home, it's a different story though. If you're a kit man for Spurs, for example, you can't exactly use the machines at St James's Park. So it's back into the van, or onto the chartered flight, back to the training ground, wash everything there, and be ready to go again for the next game. Some might have to go to Europe a day later, so the pressure is definitely on. Working for a football club might look glamorous on the face of it, but we salute those who dedicate their lives to scraping mud off boots and washing a millionaire's underpants.
A very good morning to you. How you doing this Friday morning? It's a wee bit miserable out there, isn't it? Well, it is here in London town anyway. Absolutely bucketing down when I left the house this morning. Hopefully it brightens up. This is Early Breakfast. You've got Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour with you at 6 o'clock this morning here on Talksport Breakfast. Alan's building up to Cheltenham, so he needs to take next week off, so he has plenty of rest, which makes total sense because when he goes to Cheltenham, it's like Santa at Lapland. Everyone's just mobbing him. I've never seen anything like it, really. I watched Al walk from the Coral Box down to the Guinness tent, and I think it took him all of about an hour and a half. It's only a short walk. He got mobbed, so he needs a wee rest before Cheltenham next week. More on that coming up on the Breakfast Show. Some of your other headlines today. The Champions League last 16 draw is at 11 o'clock today. Have no fear, we will have you covered with Mataface and Crook here on Talksport. Top seeds Arsenal will face either Bayer Leverkusen or Atalanta. Liverpool and Tottenham will get Atletico Madrid or Galatasaray. Newcastle could have Chelsea or Barca. Tasty. Chelsea could also get holders PSG. Manchester City will They might eat them. They might eat Bodo Glimt, or they might meet them. Or Real Madrid. Stay tuned to Talksport for that coming up at 11 o'clock today. In the Europa League draw, Aston Villa We'll get Cheltenham or Lille. Meanwhile, Villa will go to Wolves in the Premier League live for you here on Talksport tonight. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff over on Talksport 2, by the way. You've got Bristol City against Watford in the Championship. But here in the Premier League tonight, Wolves host Villa. A win would take Villa within 2 points of second place Man City. More on that in a moment. And also England's cricketers warm up for the T20 World Cup semi-finals with a lunchtime clash against New Zealand. Harry Brooks' century against Pakistan secured England a place in the last 4 with a match to spare. Former England captain Mark Butcher says Brooks in extraordinary form after a difficult Ashes.
He's touched with a bit of genius, and if you add that physical genius in terms of the way that he plays to a bit of mental capacity as well on the field and playing the situation and judging things right, then he's going to be one of the best that we've ever had.
Lovely stuff. For more on this, on your cricket, jump onto the TalkSport Cricket YouTube channel or head onto the website at talksport.com. So it's in the papers today that the Killers, the band The Killers, are going to be warming up to the Champions League final in Budapest this season, and it really divides fans. In fact, actually, I don't think it divides a lot of people. I think a lot of football fans do not want music and warm-up acts and halftime shows at the finals because it's all then very Americanized. But it's got you guys talking this morning, that's for sure. Let's do a bit of this.
This attraction is just too strong. You got me and I'm crazy, love. I don't know what to do, but
You're in Budapest, the sun's out, you've had about 10 beers, your team's in the final, and you get a bit of garage. Big DJ set, big garage set going into the final. I think that hits all the right notes. Somebody who wants a bit of that is Chris, the Arsenal fan. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm not too bad, Shebahn, yourself?
So this is your vibe, Chris, a bit of garage?
Oh, unreal. I still go to weddings now. This gets pulled out and then everyone is up.
It's a
25 years later.
Yeah, it's a specific. What's the one? I know it's more new garage, but we got 21. Is it 21 seconds to go? How many seconds is it? It's 21 seconds.
Yeah.
It's got 21 seconds to go.
Yeah.
So solid crew. That's the one.
Harvey and the boys. Romeo Dunn.
Yeah. Are you up for a bit of music in the final? I think it's good fun. I think it lifts the spirits, but it anchors a lot of fans, doesn't it?
I remember, if I can have very short, when the Premier League started, so I'm going 92, 93, and we had all the cheerleaders, the fireworks. We played, I'm an Arsenal, we played Man City on a Monday night, one of the first Monday night footballs, and we weren't used to this. And Arsenal fans at the time weren't as loved as they are now. We were quite normal then. We weren't nationally adored. And we had remember the mural? Yeah. When the North Bank got knocked down, we had the mural up. And at half time, the Shaman, who'd had one song ever, Ebenezer Good, came out. And it was the loudest I've heard Highbury in the 11 or 12 year old, or 12 I was then. They were booed for the 3 minutes that they played. And that was my first experience. But now, so you get on these, it's all money, isn't it? But garage, the demographic of the Champions League final, England are probably going to have a team in the final. An English team, so we've got 6 teams in it. One of them, you'd bet you have a good bet we'd be in it. The demographic of the people there will be between 35 and 55.
Okay.
Garage is the only way to go. It's the only way to go.
But don't you think Killers is like, at Mr. Brightside, is one of those kind of generational tunes?
I've seen the Killers at the O2. They're unreal, but it's not what I want to see before.
Fair enough. Do you know what, Chris? A lot of people agree with you on that. Remember poor Camilla Cabello? Where is she from? And she popped out when Liverpool were in the final.
Is she Colombian?
She might be. She popped out about 5 or 6 years ago when Liverpool were in the final. Was that 4 or 5 years ago? And oh my God, they hammered her. She was even like, why are they booing me? I don't get it. Like, just wrong act altogether. Chris, listen, I appreciate your call. Are you working today? Are you up early for work?
I'm just got in, but I'm working a weekend as well.
Oh, same, buddy. Stay with us.
I've got to put money in the fund, as Nick will know, for my escaping if we don't win the league to Alaska for a month in the summer.
Listen, we'll all get a whip round and send you there. Don't worry about it. Chris, the Arsenal fan as ever, thanks so much for your time this morning. Have yourself a great day. So a bit of garage possibly at the Champions League final could make some people happy. Speaking of the Arsenal, it's another huge weekend in the Premier League. Arsenal host Chelsea on Sunday, and tomorrow evening Manchester City have to go to Leeds.
In 2026, we're going to have some twists and turns in the title race, that is for sure.
Old Trafford roars like it hasn't in years. Manchester United have beaten Manchester City. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3.
How we want to live the next 4 months.
We will compete, we will be there. Winning or no, I don't know, but we will be there.
And they are not giving up hope of reeling in Arsenal just yet. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 2.
Why should it be easy to win a Premier League? They were always going to have to battle to win their first Premier League in the best part of a quarter of a century.
And it's 2-2 at Molineux, and Arsenal are poised to drop points. What a desperate, desperate moment for Arsenal. And what a significant moment in the title race.
Anything that we say now is not useful, is we have to do it on the pitch.
And the message is clear. We are coming to get you. Manchester City 2, Newcastle United 1. Tottenham 1, Arsenal 4. 5 points clear of Manchester City at the top of the table.
Knocks along the way for both sides. Yeah, there should be a hell of a run in.
Do you know what? When Alex Crook said that in commentary the other day, I was listening. We are coming to get you. Here is Johnny. I was like, all right, creepy crookie. That really freaked me out. But he makes a very, very good point. It's just all go. And the title race, isn't it? Obviously, Arsenal fans feeling pumped from the North London derby. Manchester City have got Leeds under the lights, by the way. Leeds are flying in the Daniel Farker era. They've played 21, won 18 of them and drawn 3 at Elland Road. Sunset tonight, because producer Nick is a nerd and has timed it. 5:41 in Leeds tomorrow night is the sunset. The game kicks off at 5:30, so perhaps Manchester City need to bang in a couple of quick goals before the sun actually sets. Arsenal have Chelsea. Also, the game obviously in November that ended 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal have a 5-point advantage. Man City have a game in hand. It's all go, but City will have some home advantage when the sides meet on the 18th of April. Check out this caller now from the Sports Bar. He clashed with Jason Cundy over a possible Arsenal quadruple.
We're bringing to you something called a quadruple, something that a Premier League has never seen.
What have we never seen? Come on, here we go. This is why. You are exactly the caller I wanted to show off how unbearable Gooners can be. Keep going.
No, because you know what? I've seen a lot of people that don't want to emphasise their confidence and share their confidence with others. You've got to be honest. Arsenal right now are the best team in the world. And
hold on, whoa. You're a damn good side. You're the best team in the country, right? And you go deep in the Champions League as well. Genuinely believe that, right? But you've got nothing to back that up at the minute. Nothing.
I think they're the best team in the world right now.
We're the best team in the world.
I agree with him, Jace. Who's better than Arsenal? If there was a one-off game now with Real Madrid and Arsenal, or Bayern Munich and Arsenal, I'd back Arsenal to beat anyone.
Yeah, but you got to prove it. You can't just phone up and say, right now. Yeah, but this is the problem. Once you've done it, then you can say it.
Yeah, but they still can win a quadruple, so why are they not allowed to be excited about that without being hammered? Some of them are a bit overbearing, but not all of them. But they speak for a majority sometimes when on the radio. Time now for this.
It's a front page throwdown.
Oh, what a move.
The front page is first on the early sports breakfast. Talksport.
Nicolas.
A lot of people getting involved in the music chat today. This caught my eye as well. Do you know what? I'll tell you who would be actually quite good. The Foo Fighters.
Yeah, good shout.
They got the songs, they got the appeal. They just played a really small gig at Shepherd's Bush. Well, small for them, like 1,000 people. They're releasing a new album soon. I saw the Foo Fighters in the Maracanã in Brazil.
Oh.
It was amazing.
Love that.
It was Royal Blood, Queens of the Stone Age, and the Foo Fighters. It was a great show.
I was just up my street.
Just wondering, what's the best gig you've ever seen?
Oh, do you know what? The Rolling Stones at the London Stadium.
Yeah.
What was that, about 7 years ago? I loved that. I absolutely loved that gig. I got the tickets for my husband's birthday and he'd seen them before. I didn't expect to enjoy it the way I did.
Was the sound good?
Yeah, brilliant.
Because sometimes those arena shows can be a bit cavernous.
Unbelievable.
I saw Pearl Jam at Wembley and the sound was awful.
Oh, that's a shame.
So I saw AC/DC as well. I saw them at O2 and I saw them at Wembley.
Yeah.
That doesn't compare. The O2 was just because of the sound.
Sometimes if you're going to a stadium or an arena, you want the sound to be great. But sometimes if you go to one of those intimate gigs, like I've seen Billy Ocean, I've been listening to Billy Ocean since I was like 4. And I've seen him a couple of times in like intimate settings and he just gets the crowd up and on their feet. Whereas I don't know if I would quite enjoy it as much if an arena tour.
It's not the same. Get this. Boy George could be in the Eurovision, but for San Marino.
Huh?
Yeah, he's taking part in a selection process alongside singer Senit. Sources reckon the pair are dead cert to be picked to sing the country's entry, called Superstar.
There you go.
San Marino, how's he wangled that?
So, I don't know, he must know someone somewhere.
When I think of San Marino, I think of, do you remember we had to beat them 7-0 or 8-0, and England conceded a goal inside 11 seconds. Stuart Pearce with a bit of a dodgy back pass. We ended up not qualifying for USA 94. And very quickly before I go, Robbie Williams will lead a star-studded tribute to Ozzy Osbourne at the Brit Awards tomorrow. Ozzy will be honoured with the Lifetime Achievement Award, and there'll be an all-star performance of No More Tears.
The Brits are tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Oh, Saturday night, hello.
There you go.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Okay.
That's your Saturday night sorted.
I'll take it. I love the Brits.
Do you?
Love the Brit Awards, yeah.
I'm not bothered.
Well, you've just...
But I love Ozzy Osbourne.
Bundle of joy. Bundle of joy. Nick, thank you very much.
Cheers.
So look at today's front pages. Yeah, this music thing's really got you all talking this morning. The Killers looking to do the Champions League final. Are you for it, or should music stay out of football? Come on, lighten up with a bit of music. You're listening to Early Breakfast. Coming up next, your chance to win a very special trip to Cheltenham with Alan Brazil next.
And have you had any conversations or any kind of contact with Thomas Tuchel? Has he said that he's going to come and see you? Has there been any kind of link to him so that you know that you've got an opportunity of getting yourself in the squad?
No, there's been no conversation, but I don't expect it to be, because he's got so many other players that he has to be watching also, and I'm sure he'll probably be keeping one eye on me and see what I'm doing. But like I said, I just have to be focused on myself, keep my head down, and keep scoring goals, and I'm sure it will come into his way, and my goal scoring, and it'll give myself an opportunity,
I think his only hope is 2 or 3 injuries just before the World Cup. Centre forward injuries, then he might have a chance.
Yeah. But just like he says there, the manager's not contacted him. I know for a fact Thomas Tuchel does. He's big on contacting the players, even FaceTiming them, and seeing how they're getting on. The ones that he maybe doesn't get to some of their games, so
he's not been in contact. Gabby, that we don't know about.
I just think maybe he was in the squad and he wasn't having him in training. Maybe he didn't look as fit as other players. Probably he didn't look as fit as the other players, and maybe in Thomas Tuchel's mind as well. Like we says, you're playing in the Saudi league. You've gone for the money. You should have stayed in the Premier League and signed for a club in the Premier League and playing top flight football. I can't really take you serious when you're over there, and you can't blame the manager, can you, Katie?
If he stayed at Brentford, do you think this would have been a different conversation?
100%. He'd be in that England squad for sure. The way Brentford have played over the years, and he was a top striker, wasn't he? He had everything. He could score from outside the box, great in the air, strong, hold it up.
Yeah.
But when you leave for Saudi Arabia to go and get the crazy money, no one's saying there's a problem in that.
A very good morning to you. This is the Early Sports Breakfast here on Talksport with me, Shebahn. Alan Brazil in the house alongside Ray Parlour in the next 10 minutes. And this is a very special opportunity for you to hang out with Mr. Brazil.
And they're off. Win a trip to Cheltenham, Alan Brazil style on Talksport.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Talksport giving you the chance to go to Cheltenham for the Gold Cup Day. You've got until 4 o'clock this afternoon to get involved in this one. The ultimate hospitality experience for two of you on Friday the 13th of March. Of course, Al and Ray and Dino, usually all floating around there, and you could be with them. A full day of VIP treatment, a 4-course lunch, complimentary bar all day long. The best way to experience the races. Honestly, you'll have the best time with the team on site. Here's how you can get involved. Text WIN to 83338. Text are £2.50 plus your one standard network rate, or you can call this number 0343 418 7260. That's 0343 418 7260. Lines close at 4 o'clock today, and that's when you will need to answer your phone if it rings that day. Do not put us on silent. Do not put us on flight mode. I'm getting one. Get out of here. Jeremy Kyle's just stormed into the studio. Hold on a minute.
There you were on Saturday. You disrupted my weekend to come on your weekend breakfast show, and you did nothing but slaughter me. I spent the rest of the weekend traumatised.
No, you can thank me for getting peace in your car away from all of your children.
You look at. I just thought I'd walk past and say good morning.
Good morning.
I've never.
To
What
you.
a beautiful studio.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely. West Ham away at Liverpool tomorrow. How are you feeling about that?
I actually think West Ham will get a result.
Oh, hello.
I think Tottenham are going down, don't you?
It's a bit crazy.
Who do you
so who's
support?
going down? Who's staying up, in your opinion?
I think Tottenham. I genuinely, I don't know. Victor Pereira's done a great job, hasn't he, already at Nottingham
Victor.
Forest? I mean, he did well at Wolves and then got fired. Sorry, am I wrong to say I'd love Tottenham to go down?
No, a lot of people would completely agree with you on that if you're an Arsenal fan, but surely they can't go down. Who's going to win the title, Arsenal or Man City?
Idealistic view, Mum. Surely they can't. I've heard it. Oh, they've got a big stadium. They've got a. There's 11 people injured, and they're not very good, are they?
Well, this is the problem. I think you've got to give them the injury grace this.
I think West Ham will survive. Yeah.
Listen, if you fancy all of the news, don't forget our Jeremy Kyle is.
Our Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah, Jeremy.
And if you fancy weekend breakfast, she's on. She's on every weekend. It's fantastic.
Hey, that's
listening to Shebahn Aherne on Talksport. Goodbye.
That's your taxi outside, son. Have a great day. Have a great show, Jeremy Kyle. Thank you so much for popping in, West Ham fan. Good luck to you this weekend. Push the door, don't pull it. Oh, he's gone. Finally, coming up for you on Talksport today, Alan Brazil alongside Ray Parlour. Alan is in the house for you now. He was alongside Ali McCoy yesterday. Old Firm, of course, this weekend. And here's what they had to say about that.
Guys that aren't watching, you need to see his face here. Your face just turned really bitter and
I know, I am bitter now.
Look,
well, come
on,
12
Alan.
o'clock.
It's only a game, son.
No, it isn't. Come 12 o'clock Sunday, I'm like,
Ali, you say you go in the game. How does a Saturday evening and a Sunday morning start for the McCoist family before an Old Firm game?
Bag of nerves. I'm nervous just now.
Really?
Gab, and he'll be the same. I am nervous just now. Do you know the reason I'm going to the game?
Why?
I couldn't watch it on the telly.
Really?
No.
I can't go to the pub and watch it because people try and talk to me like, shut up, beat it, leave me alone, leave me alone.
I actually feel physically sick ahead of Sunday. It is just chaos up the road with this title race. Rangers are doing very well. All credit where it's due, they're doing very, very well. But Celtic last night, that was the performance we needed to see to get a win on German soil, the first in our history. 1-0, okay, battered 4-2 on aggregate. It just gave us that boost that we needed. Long may it continue and go to Ibrox and batter them in their own backyard and hopefully just knock Hearts off the pace as well. And you've got to look out for Motherwell chomping at the bit as well. The Old Firm coming up this weekend. More on that from Alan Brazil very, very soon. He's on the way next alongside Ray Parlour. Two-time FA Cup winner and league winner Gianfranco Zola is with the guys ahead of Chelsea's trip to Arsenal on Sunday. Tony Gale will be looking ahead to Villa's game at Wolves live on Talksport tonight. And we've got an Elvis impersonator with you as well, just for the banter along the way this Friday morning. Alan Brazil on the way on Talksport Breakfast.
can't see this happening. But, okay, if they win the league, the Champions League and the World Cup, could a Ballon d'Or be on the way?
Oh. You look at the other English players that you've got on the Arsenal side. You look at Saka. I know Saka's not been in his best form this season. But that's a lot to ask for, isn't it? When you start talking about Champions League, Premier League, World Cup.
Do you know what I said about Saka earlier, about all the games he's playing? He wants to play. You can't stop him playing.
And I thought he was very good, by the way, against Spurs.
Yeah.
Jed Spence, who likes to have a battle.
Declan's the same. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's the type who wants to play every game.
Of course he does. And